release that he can't get to.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Playing some more MLB The Show 17, and today, if you do not remember, first of all, last year, long time ago now, I did MLB The Show ratings predictions, kind of like I do with NHL, but with ratings predictions for Diamond Dynasty, and it's predicting players that could get an overall boost for the next roster update that can particularly go from common to bronze, bronze to silver, silver to gold, gold to diamond. I do the leaps like that because usually the guys are under quick sell value, so even at that point, if they'd go up, you know, you can flip them, help you guys out in that matter. But we have a couple problems in a way here. First of all, who knows when we're getting this MLB The Show roster update, because I keep pushing it back and pushing it back because I keep having these server problems. Man, I tell you what, I think they got a problem solved here. If they could just, they seem to have genius game developers, game designers, creators. They just needed a hire an IT service guy, I think. I think that's their problem here. If they get a genius guy there, the game would be great. But we got service problems resulting in roster updates not happening yet, I'd have to assume. But we're going to do our best. The reason I bring it up is because there's guys like, like Eric Thames. He ain't even in the game. Guy's going to get an upgrade. I guess he's going to get a massive upgrade because you can't even find him on the Milwaukee Brewers roster. But without further ado, though, we're going to go ahead and get started with the Milwaukee Brewers. And a common player, the only common player we brought up, usually don't bring them up, but I thought, why not? First one here, it's a little harder to find players because there are a lot of guys that could get upgrades that ain't even in the, they don't even have a card in Diamond Dynasty, so that kind of makes it hard to, be like, oh, this guy's going to get a +8 from his current 0 overall. That would be a not so great boost. Neftali Feliz, though. You'd think you got to expect at least a bronze out of this guy. He's closing for the Brewers right now. He's a 68 overall. For that reason, I think he gets a boost, and he's doing a good job closing for him right now. Moving over to the Minnesota Twins. They're looking good early, ain't they not? Irvin Santana, 0.41 ERA, 0.45 whip, and 22 innings pitched this year. He had a 3.38 ERA last year. I bring it up because, they're going to factor that in still a little bit. But at a 79 overall, 3 consecutive good outings, I think that could get him over the hump to that 80 overall from a 79 to an 80 gold. Or not a gold, but you know what I'm talking about, them silver things. And then moving on to the Reds, Zach Cozart. I know I'm well enough to tell you this is probably the second year in a row. He's becoming a notorious hot hitter to start the season. But regardless, the guy's batting .432 on the season. 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. Can't really help the RBIs because, Brian Price thinks it's a great idea to bat Zach Cozart 7th or 8th in the lineup when he's batting .430. But hey, it's all right. It's all right. He'll figure it out. I want to put bets on it, but he puts him like 2nd or 3rd. I'll start cooling off a little bit. Or not 3rd, but you know what I mean. 2nd, 5th maybe. He'll be like, oh, Cozart, you're only batting .250 now, but as for right now, though, like I said, notoriously hot hitter. He's a 77 overall. Could he see that up boost to an 80? It's quite possible. Good fielder as well, so I think we could throw him in there for the mix. He's just one of them guys you got to watch for that cool-off, though, because once he cools off, that upgrade ain't coming. Moving on to the Pirates. We got to get their closer in there. He's 176 stubs, and I guess you could call him a future consideration because he's an 83 overall right now, which ain't bad, but he's only got 4 saves and a 1.5 ERA. It's not staggering numbers, but he's a great pitcher. I've watched the guy play before. He's a really good pitcher. And for that matter, I think at some point in time, if he doesn't get one this week, maybe a couple weeks down the road, he is going to see that upgrade to a gold card. And I brought him up because I don't like doing closers a lot in the gold diamond, kind of deal, but he's 175 stubs. So if he gets a +2 at some point in time, that's 825 quick sell. He's banked on buying a couple of Tony Watsons. That's why I brought him up. Thought he'd be a great one to consider in that aspect. Finally, though, we're going to move over to some guys I think could potentially see. Why is Anthony Rizzo not diamond? I don't know, but that's fine. Fine with me. I'm not a Cubs fan, Freddie oh my goodness, Zach Greinke, 5K. Freddie, okay, I'm done. I'm ready. Focused. Freddie Freeman, all right? He's batting .400 right now. The guy is really good. And are you kidding me? You just had to be like that? I'm trying to enjoy myself and I'm with the show, and you just had to remind me of those sad times. Thanks, bro. It's all right, though. Still love you. But anyway, Freddie Freeman, 404 average right now. 404 average, 5 home runs. Should we skip the RBIs? We should skip the RBIs. Yeah, we better not. He's got 6. He's got 5 homers and 6 RBIs on a 400 average. But still, Freddie Freeman's a great player. He got up to 300 again last year. I think he may have had a down year a couple years back. I think he's a phenomenal player still. 300 average at some point in time. You'd like to think you can get a diamond. Maybe this week is the time. But again, we got to bring up, you don't even know if we're going to get a Diamond Dynasty roster update this week or they push it back. I should mention that too. If they push it back, things could change a little bit. You never know. They're supposed to do it on Friday, though, I think. I don't know. They were supposed to do it last Friday. They didn't do it. I'm assuming they pushed it back to this Friday. They was doing it Fridays last year, so we'll find out. And finally, one final guy. I don't know what it is. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, still waiting for this guy to fall off from last year. And he batted 347 last year, and he's batting 396 this year. And I can't see why they wouldn't give this guy diamond at some point. At this point, he's leaving you with no other reason to realize this guy's just starting to tear the cover off the ball. At age 32 of all times, though, to be doing it. Still 88 overall. I think we could see it. We could see it. Only needs a +2 to get that diamond. Other than that, guys, those are my predictions. Like I said, try to stay tuned with MLB The Show's Twitter or something, because right now it's still up in the air when these roster updates come out because they're still working on other things. I think that's the main reason. I'm going to give them the excuse that they're worried about all the server problems everybody's been encountering, and then they're getting to a roster update. But it is getting at that point where we would like to see some roster updates. I know guys are starting to, get a little bit of annoyed about it because we're a few weeks into the season and guys are playing with players that ain't even on their teams anymore. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.